Welcome back to Factorio building the Hyperbase. Okay, we are at the satellite production facility. Obviously we need to change some formulas. I have run some power up here. There you go, you can see it. Well, if we do this you can see it. Run some power up here. That's about it. You'll note we actually have a huge number of 211,000 solar panels at this point, so we probably have a little bit of excess capacity, which is great. In fact, if we have a look at that again, so we're using about 7 gigawatts, 212,000 times 40 kilowatts is about 8.4, 8.5 plus the 200 we can get from there. So we've got about 1.6, 1.7 gigawatts to play with, so I guess it's actually not that much. But anyway, as we were discussing last time, we want to change some of these, so we're looking at copper cable there and there. And in fact, every second one should be copper cable until we get how many along? 19 along, which 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, it probably stops there. Then this one should be green circuit. Like so, and we're going to have to change all of these around as well. They're not going to work the way they are. This one will. So maybe it would make sense if I did our adjustments along here. Right, so that row should actually be correct at this point. Let's finish it off. I believe we were going to put the red circuits down here, with that one there being copper cable. So let's copy that to make that a copper cable, and that one a copper cable, and these others are red circuits. Like so, and this one is actually probably close to correct, because this is going to be a request for copper. Oh yeah, we're going to want to change those and spin that around. Which also means we're going to need a supply chest here, like so. And you need iron plate, so this will have to be iron plate and copper for that one. This one will need to be changed like so and like so, and that's basically the model going forward. So I guess what I'll do is we will remove all of those and those guys. From what point? It's a requester, that needs to be a requester from here basically. May as well go through the red circuits. Do I know what I want the red circuits to be yet? Oh, that's interesting. That will probably actually work. No, I don't. Let's do that. And let us get a copy of this. I do have a spare blueprint. Yeah, let's get a copy of that. And the only bits we are interested in are those. So the green circuits need to have the supply chest. I may as well even put the bots in at this point. Make it a little bit easier to see what we're doing. Okay, we are going to have some issues with power. Or are we? Oops. That one. So I have to move that guy, whoops, not that one, this one. That guy out of the way. And it's every single one, never mind. We'll get there in the end. It is slightly confusing having the flashing for the missing modules, but not to worry. Now, having this one be copper is actually good because it can supply this red circuit. So this can be turned around. That one can be changed to a box. That also means that those two can be changed to normal boxes. We'll need a requester here for the copper. This needs to be changed, and there's no reason for that to go out there. It may as well just come up here. So I guess does this have, so what does red circuits needs? It needs plastic. Do I have a plastic line? Did I even think of plastic? I did not think of plastic. Do we double up on the functions of these lines. Maybe we're going to have to I don't really like doing it. Well, we'll worry about that later. For now, I think what I'd like to do is, now that we have this pattern, let's get rid of that. Let's actually duplicate it. Put our fast legs in for this purpose. And we can rip out this collection after all that effort to put it in. We don't need it anymore. Put those guys in there, and this one can go here. Right, so we have the green circuits, we have the red circuits, kind of. We need 11 red circuits in total. So it'll come up here. Let's get fast legs again. So the bottom part here should probably be the red circuit again. First four, 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically want it the same as this slot, I guess. Except we don't have that copper cable, so let's just get I want to reflect it. Let's start with that. And that's not what I wanted to do. Try that. So that's our 11 red circuits. It's not quite set up correctly yet, but let's just start with that. Then we need 12 processing units, which would be this one, you'll be processing unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up here processing units. It should finish one earlier than the below ones, so to there. Then we need 12 solar panels. You can be solar panels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And finally, well, not quite finally, but 12 accumulators for the next 12. Accumulators 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, leaving exactly 3, which should be enough for the radar. Uses where is it? Radar, there it is. The radar uses the iron gear wheel, so it's going to have to be up here. You're going to have to be iron gear wheels, and you're going to have to be radar, and you will have to be our satellites. Like so. Now, we've done nothing to organize plastic. Right. So your copper cable. I need to reduce the capacity of these. I didn't really need steel chests. We want to basically cut them off at about that amount. So that we don't produce mountains of copper cable needlessly. This doesn't work at all, does it? No. Bother. Okay, that's alright. So the copper cable should be both sides playing out to steel chests, which means that the green circuits are actually going to have to do their requests from down here for iron, unless I make these requests. No, because then no, we'll do it this way. This is definitely safer. Iron, which means that these guys need to be on the copper cable, not the not the green circuit. Otherwise it's not going to work. And we need the same thing to occur for the red circuits. So it's not quite as efficient with the substations as it otherwise could be, but yeah, we need to make that adjustment. Okay. just get this row right. Would make it a lot easier without the blue completely obscuring. So it's getting copper cable from there. This one gets copper cable from here. So that's actually fine for that to be a requester chest. Okay. That should actually work. So we just need to make sure that all of these steel chests are now restricted. That's okay. These copper cable machines need requester chests as well. Oops, wrong key. It's got a requester. Alright, we're getting there. And as I say, it would be a lot easier to see if we actually didn't have these stupid blue things completely obscuring the recipes. Not sure that was the most well thought out idea, but never mind. You're fine. You need to be requesting 100. And let's try this. Whoops. No modules. Don't actually need your beacon. You're supposed to go that way. So yeah. That's wrong. So it's wrong everywhere along. Not sure where I got up to. It's just putting the requests into the requester chests. Right, here we need, so you need electric circuit and plastic. And you need a requester chest. Yep, okay. I think that is finally what we need, so let's just do this again. Get rid of those, and those. You can go there. That should do for this side. Alright, back to fast legs. And up here, I don't know how we are going for time. So yes, I've got this one here that is actually going to need a just one is going to have to request these things as well. We don't need 200, as well as plastic, and those guys, you can be 100, you can be 100. You can be a whole 100. Okay. And this one here will actually be a supply chest. So that bots can do this little trip here in terms of copper cable. That's the only place that they'll be delivering copper cable. Everywhere else it will be via these steel chests, direct insert. So supply like so. And up here, obviously this needs to change around. That needs to be a steel chest. That needs to be a steel chest. Gonna have to move that. Like so. Steel chests need to be restricted. So really wooden chests would do, but never mind, we've used steel chests. I won't need that supply chest. I will need a requester box here. Like so. That one's fine. That one can go there. It should really probably go down here, would be better, but never mind. Oh, we need one of these anyway. Now, the blues are pretty simple. It's just red and green. Oops, that one is outside the range. Down here. There we go. And that is pretty much it for the processing units. So the solar panels, what do they need again? They just need circuit steel and copper. Circuits, steel and copper. How much of each do you need? Yeah, we will keep it at the 200. That's the last one for up there. Okay, not quite finally, but getting close is the accumulators. They need batteries and iron plate and batteries. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, do I want to build out the last bit? I'm not actually sure that I do. Let's just clear out the request for that and for that. So basically this will build, actually it will build the processing units as well, but only if we supply them with the sulfuric acid. We don't have to do that. It certainly will enable us to build our solar though, which is really why I was pushing it to this degree. Now the question is, do we put in another rail line? I'll probably regret it if I don't, to be honest. As annoying as it is, I think the answer is yes. We are going to have some quite lengthy bot trips across here though. I mean, we're probably not actually going to go through that much plastic in this thing. I wonder what it's actually going to be. So we've got 11 red circuit machines. 11, they can do 10 per minute times 10. The formula for red circuits is 2 plastic, so we're using times 2, and we'll have a speed up of times 8. So it's 1760 plastic a minute. It really isn't that much. Maybe we'll just have like a 2-4 train or something that can pull up along here. So a little extension to our usual setup, and a 2-4 train for a special plastic delivery to here. I think that will be fine. We need more rail. Let's go and get more rail, get this sorted, and probably end the episode. This is certainly a nice way to get around the base. Crazy speed. Okay, let's get rid of most of this stuff before it loads me up on things I don't want. And we'll just get the 500 rail if we can. I am in zone, no. $500, actually, let's make that 2,000. Because it's probably rail that we need the most. As we're going to have to start connecting some of these things up. So we need a special extra, well, we need a battery supply, and we need an extra plastic supply. I have an idea in those extreme oil areas. I was probably going to build something in there to do it. Okay, that should do. Hopefully this is better than just a horrid blur on the screen, but it probably will be a bit of a blur. It's almost too fast, to tell you the truth. Whoa. That's the braking distance. Let's just come over here so I can see it easily. Okay, so we need rail. We may as well put it here, I guess. I should probably have gotten a some carriages as well. But that's the general idea. That will be for plastic. Now, what goes where? I think the bulk of our copper use will be down here. So this one should probably be satellite copper. Unload. We have iron, we've got plastic down below, we have iron. What else do we use down here? I don't think there's anything actually. No. So I guess the next one by virtue of that has to be the iron. It can be satellite iron. Unload. Okay, so the other things that we have are steel, batteries, and low density. I don't think we need that many low density structures, so they can be in the middle. Batteries, not batteries, satellites. Satellites. LDS. Unload. What I mean is we're going to be delivering these by the sort of 8,000, and we need 800 a minute. So yeah, they can just go in the middle. There's not that many of them. Then we have steel, and we have the batteries. What sort of demand do we have on the batteries? We have 5 per accumulator. That's 4,000. What sort of demand? I think steel. I think they're identical actually. I'm going to make this one batteries, satellites, batteries, unload, and satellite steel unload. So those are our stations. Obviously we need to beacon this out now, well not beacon, module it out, and then connect up. So to connect up, I may well want to connect up all of this stuff, connect up where all of the sort of like steel and so on is coming from to supply these, which is probably connect up these things for steel. The other products probably will go over to sort of like this crude and use, you know, something from around here. Not that, because that will be providing steel, but here's an iron that we could use, or this one, probably this one actually. This one will be able to provide just a half component of iron and a half component of copper, plus another little bit to feed the batteries. I think I saw a coal round here somewhere. Yeah, there's a 607 million coal. We can use that to supply the coal to make some plastic here. And those will be the feeds that come over to here to get the satellites up. So in the first instance we won't actually be getting satellites up, we'll be powering this special satellite solar load. So that's a temporary stop just to help us rapidly push this ahead, because I'm assuming we must be getting up to a point where, oh no, that's still okay. We're holding on fairly well. Maybe I can reduce the count and you know, deploy possibly even more. Construction bots, but I'm not sure that that's really going to help, given if we're placing one at a time. It's not actually using all the bots that it's got, so I'm not really sure that will help. I suppose the other thing we could do is actually create a second station and start doing 2 columns at once. That might be worth considering. But in any event, I think we have done enough for now. I guess next episode we'll be focused on building this special oil for the satellites, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So thanks for joining me for this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now. Yeah, I want to save that.